for me, give me liberty or give me death.
He realized that the various letters really represented various speech styles.
If you're accustomed to classrooms where teachers talk and students listen, the Learner Active Classroom takes some getting used to. Here, students schedule their own time. They focus on higher-order, open-ended problem solving and work collaboratively. To find out how the Learner Active method works, we met the former teacher who introduced the concept to the Mahwah School District and visited the Joyce Kilmer Elementary School.
A learner-active, technology-infused classroom is a classroom in which students are actively engaged in the learning process, not just hands-on learning activities, but they take responsibility for their learning. They set goals, they assess themselves, they manage time, they manage projects, and technology is seamlessly integrated throughout the day so that they are using technology to extend and enhance human capability as opposed to seeing it as another subject to be learned. The Learner Active Classroom really shifts thinking away from teaching and on to learning. So the teacher is not so focused on what lesson he or she will present as much as what students need to learn. Students do take tests individually. Students work individually. As a matter of fact, the collaboration should only be when they're solving open-ended problems. Okay, now there's two of you working on your social studies, and you have two more group members. What are they doing?
Kara is working on her English stamps, and Hannah is working on her NASA project.
I like it, I think, better when you schedule your own time. We have more responsibilities and more decisions to make on our own. And in the other years, your teacher always made decisions for you and how to do it a certain way. Like, our teacher gives us something to do, but we can do it like our own creative way.
There is definitely more noise in a learner active classroom than in a traditional classroom, but as you listen to it, you realize that it's very productive noise. It's not noise that's, you know, on other topics. For the most part, it's pretty much geared to the activities that they're working on. I've been teaching for 31 years. I began my career as a primary school teacher, and so making this change to the learner active classroom at this level, 5th grade, has really been quite easy for me, in as much as when you're teaching the primary grades, we were accustomed to having kids working on different tasks at different times.
The role of the teacher in the classroom is that of facilitator. The job of the teacher becomes enormous in teaching while they're seated. That's the way I put it. We tell teachers never hover, that they have to pull up a chair, sit down with the students, and ask some probing questions to really find out where they're at. In this classroom, we're asking the teachers not to teach the skills up front, but to present the problem-based task, develop a felt need for students to learn skills, and then provide opportunities for students to learn.
You have been hired. You're going to be doing research for a big luxury resort company called VVC. Stands for Volcanic Vacation Resort Company. Okay? They would like to build a big hotel near the volcano that you have been assigned to research.
It takes a lot of creativity to come up with a problem-based task, but once the idea is down on paper, you really can go with it, you know, and it makes it a lot more fun to teach that way because the students are having a lot more fun learning, so it really builds upon each other.
Isn't it kind of helps us by telling us what to do, but then she gives us really good websites to look onto, but from there, it's all up to us in your group mates, so you have to like really work together. Because if you don't work together, it's going to take a while to get your stuff done. You're not going to get such a good grade. You're going to get a pretty bad grade.
You get more interested in this learning method than just taking notes or teacher talking. And I want to go to school more than I used to.
Let me say a return to this kind of education is a product of the current times. The problem is in the 1940s, our society was heavily based on a factory model. And what you needed to do was learn how to be quiet, sit, and do a rote skill over and over again. And that made you successful. in today's work world, it's totally different. So this is a process of retooling, if you will, American education, and it takes years.
Last year and this year have been the funnest years, really, because I've got to learn many more things and, like, interesting things about things I didn't even know about. And it's really fun. I look forward to going to school because I want to learn a new thing, because it's fun to learn.
Oh, this is trombone. Yeah, no, I was just on it because there was a sentence that said rock and Irish. 1:30